Hi, I'm Derek McDonald of SureFire, maker of the world's finest illumination tools, suppressors, and tactical accessories. We're here today in the Angeles Forest on our way to ITTS, International Tactical Training Seminars. Our mission today, test SureFire's new X400 white light laser combo. This little beauty has been on the drawing board for a few years and we finally got it out. This represents the pinnacle of light laser technology. Our mission today, take it to ITTS co-owner and lead instructor, Scotty Reitz. Scotty's a 30-year veteran of the LAPD, where he spent 26 years working with the Elite Metro Division and 10 years working with D Platoon. D Platoon is LAPD SWAT. Scotty's an expert in weapons and tactics. He teaches military, law enforcement, and civilians. He would never recommend a piece of gear unless he was willing to stake his own life and that of his partners on it, because that's what SureFire does. We build products that save our customers' lives and bring them home at the end of the day. So come on, let's go see what Scotty has to say. Hey, Scott! Hey!
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Good. Been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a couple years. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. How's everything going?
Good. Thanks for being up here at the Eagle's Nest today at ITTS. Well,
my pleasure.
We've talked about it on the phone a couple of times. Here it is, SureFire's new X400.
All right, take a look at this baby. Okay, this is, so I understand it, this is machined out of solid aluminum, yes?
It's machined from a solid piece of bar stock, aerospace grade aluminum, microprocessor control. We believe it's the finest white light laser combo that you can get. It's been built on our previous generations of white light weapon lights. As you know, SureFire sort of invented the game, actually with the help of LAPD back in the 1984 Olympics. We were the first company to make a consumer, commercially available laser. I don't know if you remember the first Terminator movie. You know the poster, it's got Schwarzenegger on it, and he's holding a AMT long slide hardballer, and it's got a laser on it. We actually made that laser for him. That was a prototype, but this is our first white light laser weapon light combo.
It's a dedicated system.
It's a dedicated system. This is 110 lumens,
okay,
and
so
that's actually measured coming out of it, not measured at the LED, none of those sort of tricks that you might run into. We've established that 50 lumens is sort of the minimum threshold for momentarily blinding somebody at close range whose vision is night adapted. So it's more than twice the minimum standard you need.
Well, the first thing I look at the what I call hardened. I look for anything, rifle systems, pistol systems, lighting systems, doesn't matter. I'm looking for a hardened system. All the SureFire stuff that I've worked with in the past has always been just like that. I mean, these things are very, very well made. You guys have always stood by your products, and they take a phenomenal abuse. I think I have some of the original SureFire lights from, God, the 80s.
Great.
I've got a couple of them, and those things still work to this day. The next thing I look for is I look for the most concentrated amount of light that I can possibly get out of a light. One of the things I need in shootings and real-world applications is I have to be able to definitively tell whether or not it's a shoot, no shoot, what we call discriminatory target selection.
Okay, good.
So I've got to be able to see if it's a shoot, no shoot, especially in police applications, but now that's becoming even more predominant in military applications as well. If you have a hardened system, you've got one that's putting out a lot of lumens and I can see what I'm doing, then that helps me to make the correct decisions, obviously, in the field, especially when I'm under stress. What's kind of neat here is how you've integrated the laser system in conjunction with this. I haven't really used a whole lot of lasers in the past. So what we're going to do out here today, we're going to mount it not only in a pistol, but also in a rifle. Run it during the day. We're going to run it at night. Run it on multiple targets, run it at distance. We're going to run it on moving target systems. I'll show you how, one of the things that I thought about is how we can use this as an offset capability for rifles, so it abrogates or completely circumvents having to offset a rifle up close. There are a lot of applications for this, and they really transcend just normal live fire applications. There are other things that we can use for it.
Why the X400? I mean, there's other white light laser combos out there on the market. And so, basically what our product development team and our engineering team did was look at all the other products that were out there, because there really wasn't a reason to build it if we couldn't do it better. SureFire has always dedicated itself to a mission, never to building to a price point. We've always built with the intention of bringing our warfighters, peacekeepers, and armed civilians home safe and secure from their mission, their home defense, whatever the case may be. So we looked at all the other products out there, and one of the first things we saw was a lot of lasers don't have the ability to hold zero round after round. This laser does. We've developed the mount to do it. We've developed the adjustment system in here. It's extremely robust. Hundreds of rounds, no zero shift or negligible zero shift. I know you're going to run it through the ringer, and I have a lot of confidence in the product too.
Outstanding. Well, what we'll do is we'll put it through its paces, and it looks like it's hardened, so let's let's just prove it.
Scott, we've got a new X400 here for you, but before we get going with that, let's just do a verification that the weapons are safe.
Confirm.
Great.
Clear. And confirm clear.
Excellent. Good. So, you know what, it's pretty simple. It's pretty intuitive. So what I'm going to do, I'll just basically tell you, you've got a bar in here, cross member. It's going to fit up into the matching bar in the bottom of your rail. You just basically loosen up the rail. There's a thumb screw on this side. Index it up in there. Hand tighten it down. You'll feel just a positive click. And then by some coincidence, I have a SureFire Delta knife right here.
Imagine that.
Yeah, the Delta's actually got a screwdriver built into the back here, and so it just sort of fits into the slot right there, and then you can tighten it up the rest of the way, and then it's off to the firing line to zeroed up. So with that one, I let you try your hand at it.
So basically, we've got a male to female coupling here.
Sure.
So I use this index bar right there, and you can see it just right there, just like that.
That's
one
it.
motion. Pretty cool.
No,
very
it's
smart.
about as simple gets.
Well designed. Crank it down by hand. Come across, and I'll use my little. What I always did in the old days in D platoon, when we first started mounting lights, is I kept the light mounted on it. I would imagine with the laser, you pretty much want to keep it dedicated. You don't want to shift it on and off because you're looking at a change possibly in zero.
I think it's just best for a system like this. Basically, it's a sighting system. You know, if it's just the weapon light, it doesn't matter because you've got a gross margin of error with the width of the beam. But for a laser, you're absolutely right. Leave it on. You know, just get yourself a dedicated holster system for it. Blade Tech, side armor. I'm pretty sure Safariland's going to be coming out with a holster for this if they haven't got one out already. And then, you know, leave it set up. That way you always have the confidence that the weapon's zeroed where you left it last.
Okay. One of the things I thought might be kind of interesting is, well, we'll see how long this thing will hold at zero and do it over a couple hundred rounds. So what I'm going to do is I'll call my son Jordan over.
Good.
And we'll get him over here and we'll have him start working on the paper. You and I are going to go off and do some other evolutions. We'll see what happens. Hey, Jordy. Jordan, you know Derek from a while back. This is Jordan.
Good to see you again. How are you, buddy?
Okay. Good. What we're going to do is we want to see how long this thing is going to maintain its zero. So what we're going to have you do initially is come out here. We've put this on, initially sight it in. We're going to go ahead and have you do a couple of shots, and we're going to leave you to your own devices, put a couple hundred rounds through it, just nice slow pace, and just keep on working on it, work the distances. And then if you want, then you can come over here and start working the steel, go back to distance and everything. All right. And you can kind of go back and forth between the sights and between the laser, and we'll confirm it, all right? Okay. So if you would, yeah, why don't we just get the eyes and ears on, and face down range. And we'll get that slide forward and take your time. Not any kind of speed fest, so go ahead and come out to low ready. There you go. Okay, nice and easy, just give me one shot. Come up, use your sights first. Right in there. Again, up on target. Give me another shot. You can really see that thing when it starts moving, right? There you go. Same hole. Dead center. Very good. And just keep on working through it, just nice and slow, okay? Okay. All right, good job.